Joining us now, fresh out of a briefing led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General Dan Raising Cane, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. Congressman, fantastic to see you. Anything that you can tell us that surprised you, soothed you?
And I can't get into any of the details and messages we got from the administration in that meeting because it was classified. But what I can say is I think the American people, at least Americans with common sense, understand that this is an exercise that needed to happen. This is an effort that needed to happen. We're talking about the largest state sponsor of terrorism. It is good for America, good for our best friend in the state of Israel, and frankly, good for the world that you stop this regime, as Secretary Rubio said earlier, you stop this regime from getting nuclear capability, and you take out all these weapon systems that they were using to threaten our forces and threaten others in the Gulf region so that they could get to nuclear capability. That's what this effort is about, and I think the country appreciates that, and people with common sense, I think, appreciate that.
Congressman, when you listen to people coming out of these briefings, you kind of hear one of two things. Either they're saying the administration has no plan, we are headlong into a forever war, the duration of this thing is unknown. You have others, particularly within the administration, saying that's not at all what we're aiming for. You're in this thing. Can you help us understand what you're being told about how the administration thinks about the duration of what they're doing with Iran?
Well, the goal is to achieve the goal, to stop them from getting nuclear capability. Operation Midnight Hammer was a huge success, but it looks like, based on what the president said, based on what Secretary Rubio has said publicly, looks like they were back at trying to get nuclear capability. And then they had all these weapon system launch sites and missiles that they were putting together and ready to use. So you got to take that out, and you got to stop them from getting the nuclear capability. I mean, this regime has been 47 to 50 years. They've been at this, doing terrible things to Americans, to Israelis, and to lots of others, as we're witnessing now. I mean, they're attacking Saudi Arabia and the other Gulf states, which makes, I don't know that anyone necessarily expected that, but that's how out of control, how bad this regime is, and why it needs to be stopped.
The Democrats have gotten their language and messaging in line. Senator Mark Warner and others of his ilk following suit. Warner saying, no imminent direct threat to the United States or even Israel. The strikes were not justified. Do any of those Democrats have a point, or are they still just suffering from their illness of hating President Trump and really hating freedom?
They refer to us as the Great Satan. They've killed Americans for 47 years. They were actively trying to get nuclear capability, and that's not imminent? Well, someone define what imminent is then, for goodness sake. That seems pretty imminent to me, and our friend and ally, the state of Israel, certainly thought so as well, based on what we've seen statements from the administration. So again, this was good for America, good for Israel, good for the world. Everyone understands that you don't want this regime having the weapons capability that they were pursuing and trying to attain.
I want to switch gears for a moment, Congressman, talk about expected vote on a DHS funding bill this Thursday, as obviously concerns grow over potential Iranian terror threats here at home. DHS Secretary Noem was on Capitol Hill testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee, facing questions over DHS immigration operations. Listen to this.
Would you like to say anything to Ms. Miramar?
I'd like to hear you say the name of one of our victims of illegal criminal activity.
Will you rule out the deployment of ICE or CBP to polling places this November?
Do you plan on illegal aliens voting in our elections, Senator?
Do you think the threat level against the United States is up or down when it comes to radical Islamic terrorists?
It's up.
It's up?
Yep.
Noem scheduled to appear before your House Judiciary Committee tomorrow as well. Give us a preview, if you would, Congressman.
Sanctuary cities are a terrible policy. We will be talking about that. Understand, 18 cities, 11 states, 3 counties, and the District of Columbia are sanctuary jurisdictions. The population in those areas represents almost a third of the country. And what does that mean in practice? It means when an illegal migrant is arrested for some other crime, charged and detained in a prison or detained in a jail or a detention center, ICE will send a detainer notice to that jail and say, if you're going to release this individual, give us a heads up. Let us know. We'll come arrest him at the jail, at the detention center. Don't release him out on the streets. And in sanctuary cities, they give ICE, they give the federal law enforcement the finger, and they say, no, you're going to have to go get him on the street. And we know of individuals who've been released under that exact same scenario and went out and did harm. In one case in Fairfax County, murdered an American citizen. That is how ridiculous this is. So we're going to talk a lot about that tomorrow, how ridiculous this policy is, and then all the good things that have happened, a secure border we have now under President Trump and Secretary Noem. And then on Thursday, our committee will be marking up legislation to stop this stupid sanctuary jurisdiction policy that exists in almost a third of the country.
Can't wait for that, Congressman. Thank you so much, Congressman Jim Jordan. Great to see you.
Thanks, sir.